Hey guys, Sean C. Phillips with my brand new DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. They gotta go out today, things came out today, things are on sale. Now today though, new release-wise, some of the bigger things that are coming out, pretty sure one of the only really big things coming out today is the film Chaos Walking. That's releasing today. As well as, I believe there's one called American Fighter releasing today. As well as like Supernatural, the final season is coming out. And there's also gonna be like a complete collection of the whole series on Blu-ray today as well. I don't know if that'll be in any stores or not. Other than that though, since I didn't get to go out last Tuesday, there was a whole bunch of other things that released last week, so I definitely want to look for those today. There's a Steelbook that I want to look for that should be in Best Buy, and I think they have one left in stock, so hopefully that one is still there by the time we get there. Also though, at the end of this video is going to be a whole bunch of brand new DVD, Blu-ray, and 4K reviews for some things I received to review and talk about for you guys. There's a whole ton of new ones because since I didn't get to do reviews last week, so lots and lots of ones at the end of this video. So as always too, let me know in the comments below what you guys thought of the DVDs and Blu-rays and 4Ks that are reviewed. If you guys have seen them, what you guys thought of them. Also, if you guys plan on picking any of them up. But anyway, though, guys, let's get going and see what we can find today. Into Target we go. Oh, some fast driving. But I also want to say, guys, thanks again for all the support on all the posts and everything for Scream Bloody Murder, the first feature film that I directed. I just finished directing that, finished shooting that one last Tuesday. That was why I didn't end up going out doing the DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video. It was just like a pre-filmed one for that. But I want to put in some pictures and stuff now from the shoot so you guys can see some behind the scenes and stuff like that of it. I didn't get, pictures of everything, and I wish I could have gotten some behind the scenes video and stuff, but I didn't end up getting to really shoot much of anything because I was pretty much like either directing or on camera the entire time. So literally I had like no downtime to get like pictures or videos or anything like that. But Danny, the Cinestalker, he ended up going and he did a vlog while he was there. So I'll put a link for that one below so you guys can see some behind the scenes footage because he filmed some stuff the day that he was there. So I'll put a link for that below if you guys wanted to see that, so then you can see a little bit of the on set and that kind of stuff as well. Like I said, guys, thanks again for all the support. The movie now is being edited, so I cannot wait till you guys get to see it. I'm so excited. Some really, really cool stuff that happens in there. Very creepy as well. Like I said, cannot wait, but be on the lookout and there'll be trailers and all that kind of stuff coming soon for it. So we'll take a look here in the front though and see what's different. And they do have some of the newer stuff that came out last Tuesday here. Brea and the Last Dragon. This is the Target exclusive 4K edition. This one includes the limited edition lithograph on this one here in these pictures. On that one's $34.99 for the Target exclusive, and then it's $29.99 for the 4K, the standard 4K edition. And then I think that's in the wrong spot, but they have the space here for Chaos Walking on there for $22.99, but that's Yellowstone in there. Tom and Jerry, that was another one that was last Tuesday as well, and that's $19.99 for the Blu-ray and then $17.99 for the DVD. Other than that though, I believe all the other things right here were the same. I don't think there's anything else different here. I always check on the side. Like I said, usually it's always the same stuff. You never know, every so often it could get changed out. Let's just see, just in case. No, seems to be all the same things over there, but we'll head over to the actual section though and see if there's anything else different today, and we'll see some of the stuff too from last Tuesday as well. Yeah, but in there today though, they actually had a handful of new things out today. Like I was saying though, the main thing that they had was Chaos Walking, and they had the Blu-ray of that one, and the Blu-ray was $22.99 for the Blu-ray, and then it was $16.99 for the DVD of Chaos Walking, and it was $24.99 for the 4K edition. They also had in there a really cool Target exclusive Steelbook, and it was like a Steelbook that had like a lenticular cover. So I think it was like the Steelbook was inside and then it had like a slip cover, which was lenticular, and it was a double feature of Total Recall and Terminator 2, and it's a Target exclusive one. So that was really cool as well, and I believe that was $29.99 for that one. Other than that though, they also had Supernatural, the complete 15th and final season on Blu-ray for I think that was $39.99, I believe, for the Blu-ray of that one. But we're gonna now though head over to Walmart, and hopefully they have some new stuff out in there today. I did though go to the one Walmart, a different Walmart yesterday, and they had a couple of different things out. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show footage of that first before I go into the Walmart over here today to see the new stuff. So like I said, I went to one yesterday, so what I'm gonna do is cut to that footage now, and you guys can see what they had in there yesterday though. So here's the footage from Walmart yesterday first. But in there, though, they actually have quite a few different things in here today. They're kind of all mixed around and everything like that, so you gotta really look. But I see a bunch of different things in here from the past, like, because I didn't get to see this stuff last Tuesday. There's a bunch of stuff in here, like the movie Pixie here, the, you know, the movie with Alec Baldwin. They have the Fast and Furious 4K here for $19.99. This one here called My Brother's Keeper. I believe that one was last Tuesday. They have the John Wayne collection here on DVD, and that one's a $49.99 for that one. Other than that, though, I think this one here, Cerebrum, how you say that? I'm saying it totally wrong, but I believe that one was today as well. I think so. Other than that, though, I see a bunch of other ones mixed in down here. I saw some down here on the bottom, too. The one thing that's really cool is, this one here is a movie that I'm in here called Apex Predators, and that one's $9.96. If you guys get to check this one out, let me know. It was actually shot, too, right nearby here as well, so that was kind of cool. But yeah, this was like a shark film. That's about a killer shark and everything, and I'm in this one here. Other than that, though, this one here is new as well. I don't know anything about this one, called Dawn of the Beast, and that one's $9.96 for that one. And there's another one here called 100 Candles, and that one's $9.96 as well. Other than that, though, just checking to make sure there's nothing else mixed in here or anything like that. I feel like all the other things for the past couple weeks. These ones, I think, might have been last week. The one Sun here for $9.96. This one here called Hunted. So I don't know anything about that one. If you guys have watched this one, Hunted, let me know if that one's worth checking out. Other than that, though, there's one here I think was like a week or two back called Inheritance here for $9.96. But other than that, though, I don't see anything else different. That seems to be all the main different things that I see here today, though. But now into Walmart today, as opposed to the footage from yesterday, we go. Well, I have not peeked yet, so we can go back live and see if the stuff is out yet, so we can be disappointed together on it. Let's see, though. You never know, though. Sometimes you can get surprised, but taking a look, it's not looking good. See? Pretty empty. I see some more recent things in here, but still, like, you see all the stuff like Happily, that was another one that was today. The Spaces Forum, Chaos Walking DVD, $14.99, not $14.96 for the Blu-ray, $24.96 for the 4K. So you see all the spots. These are some of the other ones that were today, like Deliver Us from Evil. I didn't know what that one was. American Fighter was today. Deadly 4, Supernatural. So $34.99 for the Blu-ray and $29.99 for the DVD of that one. But other than that, though, these are some of the other ones from last week, like Lower Decks, Season 1, $24.99 for the Blu-ray, $19.96 for the DVD. And some of these other ones were last week, like I think Animal House was last Tuesday. That's $19.96 for the 4K. Smoking the Bandit was $19.96. Let's see, these are some of the other empty spots here. Let's see, just in case there's anything else mixed in over here. These ones are, I don't know, I think these are the same ones, just like a different like slip covers on these Fast and Furious. These are movies that, you know, have been kind of released with so many different covers throughout the years. And every so often you see like random things here, like this Blade with like a cover like that I've never seen. Let's see though, just in case there's anything else mixed in here. You never know, like Above Suspicion, that was, I think, last Tuesday. Cosmic Sin was last Tuesday. Let's see, in here, mixed in, just to make sure. I see the empty spaces here for stuff. Like the Snoopy collection was last Tuesday for $29.96. Yeah, but I don't see anything else mixed in differently in here. So no, it doesn't seem like anything else different here as far as I can tell. I did see some different, someone showing their video, like different slip covers on things. Let me see if there's any of them over here. Any newer ones. Because I've seen like some of these ones that were kind of like the John Wick ones, the Knives Out. I saw ones that had like a similar kind of look to those, but I don't see them here. And there were a couple other like Paramount ones I think that released today, like archive, catalog titles and everything, but I don't see any of those. And sometimes they carry select ones. Even Best Buy could possibly have some of those ones today. I can't remember what they were though. I know it was a handful of different ones. I think like next Tuesday was Rat Race, but a handful of ones were today though. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be though, like I said, anything different in here today, and none of the new things are out. I didn't see any of those other slip covers, but you always see this thing for it, Chaos Walking, but not out though. into Best Buy we go. So we're gonna head back there and see though, and like I was saying, I know there's a bunch of different Steelbooks that came out. There's one real particular one that I wanted to try and get, and it's not exclusive to Best Buy. I believe you can get it on Amazon as well, but if they had it, I was definitely gonna get it. But there were these are some of the ones that were last Tuesday, like this Lower Deck Season 1 of Best Buy Steelbook. I think this is a Best Buy exclusive one, I believe, and that one's $29.99. But these ones came out as well, and I think this might have been today. The Psycho Steelbook for $22.99, I believe that was today, and then it's actually $22.99 for the standard 4K, so exactly the same price for both of those ones. Other than that though, Fast and Furious, that one was last Tuesday as well, $21.99 for the Steelbook, 4K Steelbook of that one. Let's check though on the other side and see any other ones back here. Oh, this is one of the ones that was today, the Chaos Walking Steelbook, the 4K Steelbook. That's a really cool image on there. That one's $29.99 for that one, and then it's $27.99 for the 4K edition, and then they have the Saw 4K here as well for $17.99. The one I'm looking for though is the Last Action Hero Steelbook, and hopefully they have it still. Like I said, I don't see a spot for it either. This was last Tuesday as well, the Animal House 4K. But let's see though over here if it's anywhere. And that's interesting too. They even carried this in here. Explorers, I ended up ordering this online. I didn't know they would actually have that in store. In stores, that's really cool. I love this film. But let's see though any of the other ones today. Cosmic Sin is $14.99. That was last Tuesday. Same with the Buzz Suspicion. The Father, I can't remember if that was today or last week. But that I'm gonna have a review of that one at the end of this video. Let's see, Super 8 is $19.99 for the 4K of that one. This is one of the ones that came out today, the Paramount ones that they carried in here, Snake Eyes, and that's $13.99 for that one. Other than that though, Happily, that was one of the ones today, and that one is $12.99. I'm gonna have a review of that one at the end of this video. Here's another Steelbook that was today, the Birds 4K Steelbook. That's a really cool one here as well. Other than that though, let's see, like I said, I'm trying to make sure I don't miss that Last Action Hero one if they have it in here. If not, I'll probably just get it online. I might like totally pass over it if I'm not paying attention in here. Let's see. Just making sure there's nothing else. Oh yeah, then they have the Supernatural Season 15 here, $39.99 for that one. This was one of the other ones today, the American Fighter. That was today for $15.99. I think WrestleMania might have been today as well. Mission Impossible, the new edition of that one is here. This is one too. If you guys have seen this, let me know if this one is worth picking up, this one Hunted. I have not heard anything about that one. Also, I believe this was today as well, the Outpost, the extended director's cut on 4K. There's a 4K and the Blu-ray of that one. Let's just see, just making sure that's nowhere over here like mixed in a weird spot. Like I said, I don't see any spot at all for that Last Action here unless it was like put in the top somewhere. Like sometimes like this is like the overflow area, so like it could possibly have been put like up here maybe, but no, like I'm not seeing that one at all. Like I said, I don't believe it's exclusive, so I can probably just get that one on Amazon and stuff like that, but definitely wanted to get it in stores if they happen to, to have that one. But it was cool to see though that they have Explorers in here. Like I said, I ordered this on Amazon because I didn't think they would have that one in stores. Let me just check down here one more time. Like I said, I don't see any spots. Maybe this was it. Is that no Fast and Furious one there? No, so I don't see even a spot for where it would have been. I see nothing over here. No, so they probably either maybe never put them out, or they were like something like that, because I don't see anywhere. No, maybe this was it. No Speed. Oh no, here it is, Last Action Hero, but no, yeah, so it's gone. So they have no more of them left, so it must have sold already. They're already gone. So yeah, that's where it would have been though. So anyway though guys, that was all for my DVD Blu-ray Tuesday shopping video today. Like I always say, if you guys enjoy these shopping videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Also though, let me know in the comments below, what you guys picked up on DVD, Blu-ray, or 4K, if you guys ended up picking up anything, new today. Also, let me know as well anything new that you guys have watched on streaming. Any new movies or any new TV shows or anything like that, as well. And also be sure to let me know too what you guys thought of the DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks that I reviewed at the end of this video. If you guys have seen them, and also if you guys plan on picking any of them up. But anyway though guys, now stay tuned for the brand new reviews. And the first one I got here is from Arrow Video, and this is one that I just wanted you guys know was available. This is the film here called The Stylist, and this is the limited edition 2-disc set here, which includes the Blu-ray of the film. It also includes the soundtrack to the film as well. On here, though, feature-wise, some of the stuff that's included is it has a commentary track on here with the director on here, has exclusive Blu-ray introduction on here by the director. It has a visual essay on the film by author and film critic Alexander Heller Nicholas. It has a behind-the-scenes series of 8 behind-the-scenes featurettes on different aspects of the film's production, featuring interviews with the cast and crew. It has a location scouting featurette, outtakes, Kickstarter video, 2016 The Stylist short film on here. It has a Pity, a 2016 short film on here, a teaser trailer, theatrical trailer. Lots of features on this one. And I'll show you guys, though, a look inside. Like I was saying, it includes the Blu-ray of the film as well as the soundtrack as well, which is cool that they included the soundtrack in here, because I don't think I remember Arrow having soundtracks on a lot of releases, at least as far as I can remember, so that was really cool. They included the soundtrack as well. It also has a booklet in here which has, some pictures from the production, stuff about the film, all that kind of stuff here as well. And it also includes a mini poster as well, so that's really cool. It has a double-sided mini poster, so it has the cover, the artwork that's on the cover, and then the original poster artwork here as well. So definitely a very cool release. Like I said, though, just want you guys to know that this one was available from Arrow Video, and then it has an ad in here too, for the Donnie Darko 4K, which just released as well. Always check, too. You always want to check in here for the ads, because a lot of times it has ads for, like, upcoming releases, and some of the stuff they haven't even announced yet, so sometimes you see it for the first time in the actual Blu-ray, so that's always really cool. So it's one thing, always check that. The next one here, this is from Shout Factory, and this is one I wanted the guys to know is available as well. It's a movie which stars Jude Law called The Nest, and this is a really, really good, kind of like drama, family drama, about one of those kind of situations where, like, Jude Law ends up moving, back to the UK, with his wife, and it's one of those kind of things, like, things have not gone well in America with his character, and, like, money situations and all that kind of stuff, so he goes back to the UK, kind of back to where he grew up and stuff, kind of for hopes for more, to make more money, and these type of things, and it's one of those type of situations where, as soon as they get back there, like, he just sort of seems very strange, the way that he's acting like he has all these, like, things in the pipeline and all this kind of work and all these type of things, but there's just something really off about him, and it's one of those kind of movies too where it's like about people kind of unraveling and things kind of getting worse and worse and worse and worse. It's a really, really well made character piece film, but really, really well acted. Jude Law is always great. Definitely one I would recommend you guys check out. On here, though, feature wise, it has the Nest Scene Anatomy featurette on this one, as well as a trailer for the film. The next one here is from Lionsgate, and this is one that I'm so glad is on 4K. I hope they start releasing, all the sequels as well on 4K, and I still need to see Spiral, which I cannot wait to see that one. But this is the 4K edition here of Saw. And there's also a Steelbook release of this one as well, which I have not seen that one. I know it's at, I believe it's a Best Buy exclusive Steelbook, but I love the cover on this one. They've done an amazing job. Lionsgate's done a great job on the releases for these, like the cover art, the Steelbook from the, pictures I've seen. Like I said, I haven't seen it in person, but I've seen pictures. It looks really cool. I don't know, they do a really great job, like, on their slip covers and everything. So this is a really, really cool slip cover. And this is one of those movies, too, that I remember when I first saw this in theaters. Like, the twists in this movie, and I remember how much this film stuck with me, and how much I loved it. It was one of those movies, too, that I never thought when I first saw this that there would ever, this would have gone and made as many sequels as this did, and this would have become a series like this, because this was made to be a one-and-done film. This was kind of like a one thing. This was it. You know what I mean? Like, and the fact that it continued on was pretty cool, because it really wasn't made to do that, and the fact that they were able to continuously rewrite the story to, when you look at it, like the later ones especially, the way that they were looking back at little details to figure out ways to kind of continue the story on. But if you guys don't know the story of Saw, it's basically about these people who were locked in this one room, and it's kind of like they're being told, do you want to play this game, and they have to figure out how they're going to get out of this place and everything. It's a really, really cool movie. I like the sequels as well. I think out of all the sequels, probably the second one in the house is the one that I always really liked. I think that was the second one. The house is the one I always really liked. On here, though, feature-wise, this has, of course, the 4K edition of the film, and on the 4K disc, and that also includes the special features. And then the disc 2 is the Blu-ray, and some of the features on here, it has Game Change: The Legacy of Saul on the 4K. It has a commentary track on here by James Gunn, and some of the actors on here. Another commentary track with the producers. On the Blu-ray, it has the Saw original short film, as Hacking Away at Saul featurette, alternate storyboard sequences, sequence theatrical trailer, and it also includes the the unrated cut of the film as well. The next one here is from Lionsgate as well, and they also sent over these cool promo items to promote the film. This thing here, it's like for water. It's like, it says Chaos Walking, and it's like something like a collapsible kind of dish to put like water into. And then the other thing is like a water bottle here as well. But it's a movie here called Chaos Walking, which stars Daisy Ridley and Tom Holland. This is an interesting movie, kind of like in the style of like a Divergent kind of film, like a young adult kind of thing, because I believe it was based on a book, and it has that kind of feel to it a little bit. It's basically, though, like in the future, like something has happened, and like all women, there was like a thing that had happened, this war, and all the women were killed. It's only men left, and like the men have this ability where you can like see their thoughts and like see what they're thinking and everything, and you see like this bubble of stuff around them when they're walking and stuff like that. You see like their aura and stuff like that. And basically, though, the ship ends up crashing, and the one survivor was Daisy Ridley's character, who is the one woman. And it basically becomes this whole thing when they find this one, that she's the one woman there, and people are kind of coming after her, and she has to try and get away with Tom Holland character and figure out what they're going to do. It's an interesting movie here. This one has on here, though, feature-wise, has a commentary track on here with the director as well as a producer and editor. Director's Noise, Inner Thoughts with Patrick Ness, the Source of Silence. Some more featurettes on here, the music of Chaos Walking, deleted scenes, a theatrical trailer on this one here as well. The next one here is from Lionsgate as well. This is a movie which stars Anthony Hopkins called Virtuoso, I believe that's how you say it. And this is kind of like an old, like a film noir kind of vibe to this whole feel of this movie. It's basically, though, about this guy who's sent on like this mission to go, and basically he's like an assassin who's going to take down certain people. And it's kind of one of those things where, you find out more and more about it as it goes away, because he's only kind of given certain information about the people that he has to take out. And it's kind of like one of those kind of things, and he also has to sort of figure out who exactly are the targets. He's kind of, like I said, he's sort of given certain type of information, and you don't really know for sure, and he has to kind of get to the bottom of who exactly is it that he has to take out and everything. But it's done very much, like I said, like an old school film noir, where it has like his kind of inner monologue, narration and stuff like that, when he's like talking out to himself, and you hear his inner thoughts like, oh, should I do this? And it's kind of, like I said, it's done very 1930s, 1940s film noirish kind of quality on here. Anthony Hopkins, though, did a great job in here as the one kind of behind the whole thing. And this one has on here, though, feature-wise, it has a commentary track on here with the director. The next one here is from Lionsgate as well. It's a movie here, it stars Sean Patrick Flannery, and it's called American Fighter. This is basically, though, about this kid, who... Anyways, his mother? His mother was like really sick, and it was kind of one of these situations where, she had these things she had to be paid for because of her sickness and everything, and it was one of the situations where how are they going to do this? And he was this fighter, and he was kind of trying to really be like a legitimate fighter and kind of go up the ranks in the fighting system and that kind of stuff with boxing and matches and stuff like that. But he ends up going, because he needs the money, he goes and gets into the underground fighting scene, and it's kind of like he kind of starts going up in the underground fighting scene. But there's a lot of like dangerous stuff going on in there, and a lot of problems that go along with that he goes through and everything like that. So it's basically about him trying to raise this money to pay for his mother's surgery and the things that she's going through, but at the same time going through all this type of stuff and the kind of people that he's working with, and like kind of dangerous stuff that he gets himself into because of this and everything. But he's doing it for good reasons, but he kind of falls into these kind of bad situations. This has on here, though, feature-wise, it has a theatrical trailer as well as a music video on this one. And the next one here, this is one I just finished watching now, one that stars Emilia Clarke and Johnny Knoxville, called Above Suspicion. And this is an interesting movie. It's basically, though, about Emilia Clarke's character, and she's like, her ex-husband is Johnny Knoxville in the film, and she still lives with him, and like they kind of have this business of like selling drugs and selling pills and stuff like that. And the one, Emilia Clarke's character's brother, he recently is being robbed this place, and he's kind of being looked at as like a one they're trying to track down who robbed this bank. So there's this whole thing going on about that, and you know right away that you saw that the brother did it. So it's this whole thing about him trying to kind of hide under the radar and everything, and the whole thing deals with like the FBI trying to work with Emilia Clarke to get her to give up information about the people that Johnny Knoxville had worked with and the people that they were supplying the pills to and the whole inner system and all that kind of stuff. And it's one of those kind of things that once you start getting into that, then like she has people coming after her and like the FBI guys trying to protect her, and it becomes like a whole big situation and everything. Johnny Knoxville too, he did a great job in here playing like the sleazy ex-husband and stuff like that. He did a really good job in here. On here though, feature-wise, this has Dangerous Ambitions, The Making of Suspicion, featurette on this one. And the next one I got here is from Lionsgate as well, and this was a great film here. And this one, you know, had 6 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture and Best Actor. And this is Minari here. And this one, you know, this stars what's the actor's name? You know, he was in, Stephen Yen, you know, who was in the film Mayhem, which was like a Joe Lynch movie. It was a really, really cool film that he was in. He's been in a bunch of stuff, but that's one of the movies I always remember him from is Mayhem, and he was great in this film. This is a really, really great, you know, family drama film. It's basically about this family that moves to this small, you know, town in the middle. Where was it in? It was in Arkansas, and basically for the American dream to go there and start this farm and everything like that. And it's kind of about the whole process of what they're going through and like the problems that they're going through where they move to in this small town, and kind of the ups and downs and everything, and kind of, you know, really trying to make this farm a success and really trying to make this a business and trying to, you know, live the American dream and have success with this, and with the ups and downs and everything that they're going through, like I said, and the people in the town and just all these different type of things, and just trying to be successful. It's one of those movies that was just like, you know, this, you know, family drama film just about what they were going through, but it is so well done, so well acted. It's one of those ones you definitely 100% of guys have got to check this one out. On here though, feature-wise, it has deleted scenes, sowing seeds, making a Minari. It has a commentary track on here with the writer and director on here as well. The next one here is from Lionsgate, and this is one that just one of the guys know is available. And this is the complete 4th season here of the show MacGyver, which is, you know, with Lucas. Was it Lucas Till? I believe it was Lucas Till. I believe it was Lucas Till. I believe. And it's basically though, you know, the reboot of MacGyver. You know, like I said, it's on to the 4th season now, and I like this. I've watched throughout the show. I've watched a number of episodes of this, and it's basically just, you know, you guys know the story of MacGyver. It's basically him going into investigating type of things and trying to stop certain things from happening, and he has like all kinds of like little inventions and stuff like that to try and get out of situations, and like he has to defuse bombs last minute and all this kind of stuff. It's a very, very fun show here. Like I said though, just want you guys know that this one was available, and this is the complete 4th season here of MacGyver. The next one here is from Sony, and this is a movie that is really, really sad. This one had 6 Academy Award nominations as well, including Best Picture, and I love this movie, but just go into this knowing this is very sad, and you have to be in the right frame of mind to watch this movie. It's a movie here called The Father, and this has Anthony Hopkins, Olivia Colman, and you know, Imogen Poots in the film, and I really like this movie. I thought this was so well acted. Anthony Hopkins was amazing in this, and it's basically though about, you know, Anthony Hopkins' character who's going through dementia, and you know, he's living with his daughter, and it's basically he's in the stages where they're trying to figure out what they're going to do, if they're going to have him have a, you know, trying to get him a nurse, or they're trying to be basically a live-in nurse to watch him, or if he's going to have to go to a facility. It's kind of a situation of what he's going to have to do, and they did an amazing job the way they put this together, where they did a technique which I thought was really well done, where they make you literally feel like you're going through what, you know, Anthony Hopkins is going through. It makes you feel like you're having dementia with the way that they did this, because they did these techniques where they would do things where they would confuse you, because you would see a person and then all of a sudden the person would look different, and then you'd see something and they would change stuff around to kind of confuse the audience, to make you feel like you were going through what he was saying. And it made the movie very draining, because it was like a hard watch, because it was very emotional that what Anthony Hopkins' character was going through. It was a really, really well done movie, but it is just incredibly sad. It was just very sad. On here though, this has deleted scenes, Homecoming, The Making of the Father, on here, as well as Perception Check, The Portrait of a Father featurette as well. Really well acted, great movie. If you guys have watched this one though, let me know what you guys thought, you know, of it. The next one here, this is from Universal, and this is one I want to let you guys know is available, and this is the Steelbook edition here. here of Fast and Furious. This is the 4K edition, which includes the 4K, the Blu-ray, and the digital copy of the film. This is one of those movies, too, that when I think of this, I always think of Driver's Ed. Because I remember when I was first starting Driver's Ed, I remember, like, the actual driving class when they would, like, teach you, like, the stuff in the book, and you'd watch all those weird movies and everything. I remember this movie came out the Friday I was in Driver's Ed. And I remember, like, they were saying, oh, don't have this be the way you drive. That's very dangerous. Do not drive fast like that. I remember the teachers having this big spiel about, don't drive like that. It's very dangerous. This whole thing and everything. But here's a look, though, inside here. And, you know, real young Vin Diesel there. But, you know, this is a fun series of films. I only really started watching these movies, though, when it got to, like, part 5. So, like, I need to go and watch the early ones. I've seen, like, every one of the new ones, but when it comes to, like, the early ones, somehow I never watched them. The next one here is from Warner Brothers. They sent over a free copy of this one to let you guys know this one is available. And this is one I watched on HBO Max as well. And this is the Tom and Jerry the movie, which stars Chloe Grace Moretz, Michael Pena is in here, Ken Jeong. And this is a fun movie. It's basically the, you know, the characters of Tom and Jerry, and they're going and, like, wreaking havoc at this this hotel where, like, they're planning to have this big wedding that's going on, and, like, the mouse is causing all this havoc, and then, like, you know, the cat has to try and figure out how to, like, stop it, and they have to working together and trying to make it so the wedding doesn't fall apart. And Chloe Grace, it's like character, it's like she's kind of running this big event, and she's kind of in charge of this, and she doesn't want it to go and become a big mess. But there's all sorts of problems, you know, at the hotel because of Tom and Jerry making a mess and causing all these issues and stuff like that. It's a fun movie, though. It's not a perfect movie or anything like that, but I thought it was really fun. I remember as a kid, you know, loving the characters of Tom and Jerry. I remember, like, watching, like, VHS tapes of it and everything. So, and it was cool, like, the way it was done. You know, it's done, you know, sort of Roger Rabbit style, where it's animated in like that, and Rocky and Bullwinkle did that kind of style as well. On here, though, it has deleted scenes, gag reel, bringing Tom and Jerry to life, a bunch of other featurettes, Tom and Jerry's Guide to New York City on here, a Scene Comes to Life featurette on this one. The next one here, and now this is the final season of the show, and I have not seen all the episodes of the show, but I've seen it throughout the years, and it's been the ones I've seen have been really cool. But it's crazy now. It's up to 15 seasons, and this is the final season of the show, but this is the 15th and final season of Supernatural here. And I know there's also a I believe there's going to be a big box set of all of the seasons together on Blu-ray, so that's pretty cool. And I think it has, like, a digital copy as well. Those are always cool when they have, like, the whole collection and stuff like that of them together. But this is the final season of the show, and this one has on here, though, feature-wise, it has 6 all-new featurettes. Supernatural, the End of the Road, Supernatural Family Doesn't End with Blood, The Winchester Mythology, The Long Road Home, Supernatural 2019 Comic-Con panel, Winning Baby, Supernatural giveaway, has unaired scenes, a gag reel on here, so lots of features on here. And I'll show you guys, though, a look inside as well. It has an episode guide, it has, like, stuff about the episodes, and it also talks about the features that are on here, like episode 3 has the unaired scene and everything here as well. The next one here, this is the final season as well of this one. This is the complete final season here of Fuller House. This is the 5th and final season of Fuller House, which was, you know, the Netflix original series. And this is another one that I have not watched every episode of this, but I've watched most of them, and I thought it was really cool. Like, when I think of, like, childhood shows, to me, like, Full House is, like, one of the top ones. It's one of those shows, too, where I really feel like I grew up with it because, like, you know, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen were the same age as me. So, like, everything on that show, like, literally, like, the toys they had, the stuff they had in the classrooms of the school and everything was always, like, what I had that exact time. So it was always kind of, to me, looking at that particular show as almost like a time capsule to me, because it was so much what I had as a kid, especially the scenes when they were in school and stuff like that. But like I said, this is the complete 5th and final season of the show, and Warner Brothers sent a free copy of this one as well, though, to let you guys know that this one was available. And here's a look, though, inside here as well. And the next one here, this is from Warner Brothers as well. This is another one they sent over a free copy as well to let you guys know that this one is available. And this is the Cartoon Network series Infinity Reign Book 2. And like I said, just want to let you guys know that this one was available here, you know, as well from Warner Brothers. The next one here, this is one that I just watched last night, and this is from Sony. This is a movie which stars Finn Whiterock and Zoe Cho, and it's called Long Weekend. This is a pretty good, you know, like, romantic kind of comedy film. It had like a real, like, kind of like a 90s throwback vibe a little bit too. It reminded me of a couple other ones I've seen in a couple years. I couldn't think of offhand, but I know there's another one recently that kind of had a vibe like this. It's basically, though, about, you know, these two who end up meeting. Where did they meet? I think it was at a party, and then it's kind of like, you know, Finn Wittrock's character, though, he's had some like relationship issues in the past, and then also you find out more and more about what had happened to his past relationship as it goes along, and it's kind of those people who have had some bad relationship issues for one reason or another, and it's kind of them coming together, and it's kind of about how their whole relationship comes together really quickly and everything. There's a lot of character actors and people that pop up in here as well. Damon Wayans Jr. is in here. You know, Finn Wittrock, though, is from a lot of the American Horror Stories, you know, seasons and stuff like that. But this is a pretty cool, you know, romantic comedy film here called Long Weekend. And the next one I got here is from Paramount, and this is one, when I saw this was releasing on Blu-ray, I was so excited because I absolutely love these movies, especially two of them. The first two are ones I never really watched much as a kid, but the second two on here are ones that I watched so many times, I can't even believe it. And this is the Snoopy collection here. This includes 4 original big screen adventures. This includes the Blu-ray and the digital copy, but it has in here A Boy Named Charlie Brown, Snoopy Come Home, Race for Your Life Charlie Brown, and Bon Voyage Charlie Brown, and Don't Come Back. Now, the ones that I watched the most was Race for Your Life, you know, Race for Your Life, Charlie Brown. That one, a million times, like throughout, like, especially as a little kid, I would rent that tape again and again. And then Bon Voyage Charlie Brown, that one, I won't lie too, there was something about that as a kid that terrified me. Like, there was something so scary about the way that, like, Chateau looked in the rain and everything that terrified me. I felt like the scariest people in the world lived in that place. As a little kid, I was so terrified of that house and the music. I don't know why, but it bothered me so much. But I've watched these movies so many times, especially, like I said, Race for Your Life and Bon Voyage. The amount of times is just insane throughout the years. But this one here, I'm so glad that, you know, Paramount put these ones out on Blu-ray. So I think it's just so cool that they're finally available. The next one here, this is the from Paramount as well. This is the 25th anniversary edition here. This is newly remastered in the collectible, includes a collectible car decal as well. And this is, you know, the Mission Impossible, which I feel like a lot of people forgot that Brian De Palma directed the first film, and I love the first Mission Impossible. All the movies are really cool, I think, but the first one I thought really had a cool kind of like espionage, kind of like foreign kind of feel that De Palma gave to it, like more of like an Italian-y kind of feel that I really liked in the first one. But on here, though, feature-wise, this has Mission Remarkable, 40 Years of Creating the Impossible, Mission Exploding Exploits, Mission Spies Among Us, Mission Catching the Train, Mission Impossible Sky Museum, Trailer Gallery, Photo Gallery, Excellence in Film Cruise. So lots of different featurettes on here as well. And I'll show you guys, though, a look inside. This is the Mission Force decal sticker, which is included in here as well. The other one here is from Paramount as well, and this is the movie here called, which stars Joe McHale and Stephen Root, called Happily. And this is a fun movie. It's basically, though, about like how a couple, like, they, you know, everyone around them is like, you know, having relationship issues, their marriages are falling apart, and they're having all kinds of problems, and they're looking at them going, well, why is your relationship so great? And why are you guys, like, acting like, you know, they've been married for, like, was it 10 years or something like that? No, 14 years, but they're acting like they were just married yesterday. They still, like, have a great relationship, they're real happy, you know, everything is perfect, but no one around them can understand that. And then Stephen Root comes to the door the one day with this, like, briefcase and this syringe saying, there was a mistake, and you guys, there is a flaw to you, and you need to be injected with this so you are normal like everybody else. You're not supposed to be this happy after this many years together. And basically, though, she ends up killing Stephen Root, and it becomes this whole thing of what ends up happening. It's a really interesting, very quirky, you know, comedy film, movie here. And the next one I got here is from Paramount as well, and it's a movie here called Pixie, which stars Olivia Coke, who was in Thoroughbreds, as well as The Quiet Ones. It has Alec Baldwin in here, and this is a fun movie. It's like a crime film. It's basically, though, about Olivia Coke's character, and she ends up, like, with her and her friends get, like, linked into this whole thing about this robbery and stealing this stuff, and they steal stuff from these drugs and stuff like that, but they steal it from these priests. So it's basically, like, Alec Baldwin's one of the priests, and it's basically about these priests, these bad, like, crime lord priests coming after them and stuff like that. It has kind of vibes of stuff like a lot of those crime films, like Trainspotting a little bit, and like Snatch and those type of movies. It has that kind of vibe, this one, a little bit. The other one here from Paramount as well, and this is a fun movie which stars Bruce Willis, called Cosmic Sin, and I think he made this movie back to back with another movie that he did, which was like a space film as well. But in here he's wearing this like crazy cool like space armored suit and everything, and it's basically, though, about like, he's part of this ship in space, and they end up like discovering these aliens up there, and it's kind of like, it looks as if there's going to be like this huge war and stuff that happens, and it's pretty much about them trying to figure out how they're going to stop this and make sure that this does not escalate into a whole big thing. So it's kind of them going and trying to stop this before it becomes something and everything. It's definitely a very fun science fiction film. Bruce Willis is throughout the movie. He has a lot of different scenes and stuff like that, in here. The one actor in here too, there was a bunch of people in here. The one actor that was in like Scary Movie was in here. Costas, Costas Mandoliner, from the Saw films, was in the movie as well. The other ones here from Paramount, these are ones I want to let you guys know are available, and these are brand new 4K Ultra HD editions here. Now, keep in mind, though, both of these only include the 4K editions. They do not have the Blu-rays as well. So they have the 4Ks as well as the digital copies. And these are the brand new 4K editions here of, My Fair Lady. And this one has on here on the 4K disc, it just has the movie on the 4K disc, but on the features it has More Lovelier Than Ever, The Making of My Fair Lady, the 1963 production Kickoff Dinner, Los Angeles premiere, British premiere. It has on here production tests, and then on on Super 8, which I really love this movie. I remember seeing this one in theaters and how much I love this film. It was a really, really cool movie. This one has on here a commentary track by J.J. Abrams, 8 featurettes on here, dissecting the train crash on here, as well as 14 deleted scenes on this one. But both these ones look great here on 4K. But like I said, just keep in mind, though, they only include the 4K discs of them. The other one here from Paramount, and this is a fun series. This is Star Trek Lower Deck Season 1, and this is from the creator of, executive producer of Rick and Morty, so it has that kind of feel a little bit, mixed with like Futurama and The Simpsons and all that kind of stuff, but done in Star Trek form. So it's kind of like done as like an animated kind of comedy, sort of parody a little bit to it as well, but definitely a fun series here. But this is, like I said, from the writer and executive producer of Rick and Morty, includes over 2 hours of exclusive special bonus features on here. It has like Lower Deck Dectenaries, it has a trailer on here, Faces of the Fleet, Hiding in Plain Sight, full-length animatics, deleted animatic scenes on here as well. But like I said, just want to let you guys know that this one was available from Paramount. It has an ad in here for Paramount Plus for Star Trek, every series on there. So I don't have Paramount Plus. At some point I have to get that because I know they're going to have like bring back the Rugrats on there, and a lot of series they're going to start bringing back. Now the next ones here are all from Paramount, and these are really cool. These are some collections here. This one here is the John Wayne collection. This is the 14 movie collection here. This one has in here Big Jake, Mitlock, Donovan's Reef, Rio Larbo, El Dorado, The High and Mighty, Hedatar, The Man Who Shot Liberty Valance, Hondo, The Shootist, In Harm's Way, The Son of Cat Elder, Island in the Sky, and True Grit. True Grit was the one that was remade with Jeff Bridges. But here's a look, though, inside at the discs here. But like a cool set, like I said, if you guys are a fan of John Wayne, I want to let you guys know that this one was available, the John Wayne 14 movie collection. The other ones here, this is really cool. This is the complete series here of CSI New York. The complete series, and I don't know when this show ran from originally. I don't know how many years. I know it This has, though, all 197 episodes on 55 disc collection. On here, it has over 9 hours of special features throughout the 9 years of the show. Like I said, I can't remember for sure when the show originally started airing, but I'll show you guys a look inside here. This is the season 1 through 3 set. Some of the features that are on here are the cast examines the characters, the science behind the scenes, set tour, new look at the 35th floor, commentaries on here. Season 2 ends with a bang. So lots of featurettes here. Here's a look, though, inside at the discs here for this one. And then it's the season 4 to 6 set here. This has, you know, art attacks, post-production crime scene cleanup, bon voyage, featurette. So a bunch of different featurette things on here. Seeing stars, commentary track on select episodes. Here's a look, though, inside at the discs in this one here. And then it's season 7 to 9 here. This one has 7 Deadly Season, New in Town, more featurettes on here, gag reels, deleted scenes. So lots of features on these ones here. But like I said, if you guys are a fan of these series, I want to let you guys know that you can get the entire series of CSI New York here, season 1 to 9 in this box set. And the other one here is a box set. And this is a really cool one as well. And this is a show that I really never saw too much of when it was on. And so it's really cool to have this whole set. And this is Beverly Hills 90210, the Ultimate Collection here. And what's cool about this set here is that it also includes the reboot series, because they brought the show back like a year or so ago. So it has in here the original series as well as the 2019 series as well. So it has that entire series included in here as well. Here's a look, though, at the back. And I'll show you guys, though, a look inside here. So here's the season 1 through 3, and it has on here behind-the-scenes featurette, interviews, season recaps, and more on these. And here's a look, though, inside at the discs and everything. Like I said, it's really cool to have the entire series of the show here. Then here's season 4 to 7. This has Beverly Hills Moms, The Loves of season 4, 7 Minutes in Heaven on here. But an enormous set here. So it's a really cool set to have all these together. And then this one has, you know, includes Beverly Hills 90210 bonus discs with 90 minutes of content. It has the final goodbye Beverly Hills 90210. It has a gag reel in here as well. And then here's a look-see, the back here for the reboot series as well. And here's a look, though, inside this one. Like I said, though, just want you guys to know that these ones are available. These really cool complete set collections here. The next one here is from Screen Media. This was a fun movie. This is one I was really looking forward to watching, which has William Shatner, Christopher Lloyd, and Gene Smart, called Senior Moment. And this was a fun movie. It's basically, though, about like William Shatner's character ends up like losing his license, and it just becomes this whole big thing about him trying to figure out how he's going to get his license back, and he's having all these type of problems. And at the same time, he ends up meeting Gene Smart's character, and he kind of likes her, so it becomes like this whole thing about him trying to get in a relationship and everything. And it's just kind of one of those situations where he just kind of ends up in problem after problem and everything. Problems with the police and everything. There's all sorts of character actors in here as well that pop in here. It's a really, really fun movie. It has on here, though, a director and producer commentary, behind the scenes with the cast and crew, as was a Bad Boy Rocker music video as well on this one. The next one here is from IFC Films. This is a movie which stars Peter Skarsgård and Rosita Jones called The Sound of Silence. And this is an interesting movie. It's like very hard to explain, but it's kind of like about, you know, Peter Skarsgård's character is into like studying sounds and trying to like catalog sounds and like trying to find the meanings to sounds and like how sounds like affect your moods, and you know, certain things can make you like depressed or happy and all these kind of things. And he's kind of become like obsessed with all of this and like trying to figure out the meanings to things and cataloging all these things. And basically he meets Rosita Jones' character, and it's kind of like what's going on with them and their relationships and everything, but then it's all this like this very clinical obsessions with studying the sounds and everything. It's a really hard to explain movie, but it's an interesting film. It has on here, though, a featurette as well as a trailer on this one. And the next ones I got here are all Australian releases, and these ones are all from Viavision. And these ones, the first 4 are from their Imprint Films line. And I love this line. It's really well, like the way these are designed and everything. Like on the sides, it has like imprint film, and then it has the year the film was made. So I really love the way these are designed and everything. But there's some really, really cool releases here. And also, though, these ones, the first 4 Blu-rays are all region free, so you guys can watch these ones no problem in a US Blu-ray player. You don't have to have like a special player or anything. And this one here, this is a movie that always creeped me out. The movie which stars Richard Gere and Laura Linney, The Mothman Prophecies. Like this movie really, this one and Dragonfly came around the same time. I would always sometimes mix them up a little bit. They had like a slightly similar kind of vibe, but this is kind of about the idea of the Mothman and about this bridge and stuff like that, and people who would see this. It's a very creepy movie. It has on here though a commentary track on here with the director. It has 99 Will Die directing The Mothman Prophecies, an interview on here with the director. This is a 2020 interview. It has an interview on here with the editor, an interview on here with the composer, interview on here with the production designer, making a featurette, archival featurettes on here, search for Mothman documentary. So lots of features on here. And then here's a look though inside. It has the alternate artwork as well. But I love like I said, I love the way these ones are designed. The other one here is from Imprint Films, and this is the film that's directed by Mike Nicholas and stars Harrison Ford, and this is Regarding Henry, like this one says on the side, 1991. And this one here, you know, feature-wise, this has a commentary track on here with film critic Peter Tunglet. Has vintage interviews on here with Harrison Ford and Annette Bening on here, as well as a theatrical trailer on this one. And here's a look, though, inside the artwork on this, because they all have alternate artwork as well. And this is one too that you don't hear about too much. It was like a time travel movie, which I remember really liking this one when this came out. And it's a movie which is directed by Richard Donner, and I think this is like one of the last movies that he directed. Hopefully one day he does another film again, because I know they've talked about if they ever do the Goonies again. It'd be kind of cool to see him do another Goonies, or see him do Lethal Weapon again. And this one here is a Timeline here, and this one has on here a making of a featurette here, setting time featurette. Has on here though an interview on here with Jerry Goldsmith on here, interview on here with the composer on here, as well as the theatrical trailer. And here's a look though at the inside, the alternate artwork on this one. And this is my favorite of the bunch, and this is a movie that I always really loved, which stars Richard Dreyfuss, and it's called Let It Ride, and it's basically about him having this terrible like gambling addiction with betting on like the horse races and everything, and it's just kind of about how it like takes over his life and everything. It's a really fun movie you don't hear about too much. And they made it around the same time another horse racing movie called Hot to Trot, which I always liked, which was not like this one. That was about a talking horse, but around the same time they were kind of making a lot of like horse racing kind of movies. And this one has on here though a commentary track on here, a film historian Scott Harrison. Has an interview on here with the director, deleted scenes, as well as a theatrical trailer on this one. And here's a look at the alternate artwork. And this is the poster I always remember for Let It Ride. And this one here, this is also region free as well. You guys can watch this one in any US player. And this is I believe this airs on the US on Amazon, and it's Hannah season 1. And this is the TV series of the film Hannah, which is, you know, is Saoirse Ronan movie, which I really like that movie. And this is the TV the series version of the show, and I believe it got a second season. I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but this has all 8 episodes of the series here. Like I said, this one is region free as well. But this one here, though, this one you guys have to have an all-region player. This one was region locked, and this one was here one called the complete series called N Mother Makes 3, the complete series here. But like I said, this one here, just keep in mind though, this one is region locked. So I think it's region 4 locked, and it's in the PAL format. So just keep that in mind. With this one, you have to have an a region-free player to play this particular one. The next one here, and I'll have a link below where you guys can order this one for the best price. This is from High Octane Pictures, but it's from moviezing.com is where to order it from. It's a movie here called Why, and this is basically this about this woman who's going, what's she doing? I think she was like a writer. I can't remember if she was a writer. I think she was a writer, or taking a trip out to go out to the cabin to, you know, kind of get away from everything. And it's one of those situations where she ends up finding herself in this, you know, a terrible situation that there is a killer out there. It's one of those things too, you know, when you go out to the cabin out in the middle of the woods by yourself, it's never a good thing, especially when you're cut off from everything, really far out. It doesn't go well. And this is the situation. What happens to the woman here is that, you know, she went away and she finds herself in a terrible situation with this killer coming after her and everything. It's a really intense movie. It stars Natasha Hendricks, as well as Lance Henriksen is in the film as well. The other one here is from moviezing.com. This is also from Freestyle Releasing, and it's a movie here called Goodbye Honey. And this is basically, though, about a woman who is this truck driver, and she ends up like driving the truck kind of out. It's like out in the middle of nowhere, like kind of driving cross country. So she's going through like kind of this park out in the middle of nowhere, but she ends up, when she's parking there to kind of just take rest for the evening and everything, she ends up coming across this woman out there who's basically talking about how she was escaped from this person that had kidnapped her, and the person's out there and coming after her, and they got to get away, and it becomes this whole thing about them out in the middle of nowhere and the person coming after them and trying to figure out exactly what they're going to do. It's a really, really crazy, intense movie, but really, really well done. Like I said, this one here is called Goodbye Honey. The next ones here, these ones are all from Gravitas Ventures, and this is a movie here called In Action. This is a fun movie. I always love movies about making movies and about people trying to put together projects and that kind of stuff. And this is basically, though, about these guys that are writing this script about like this action movie, but it ends up becoming like confused, and someone sees the script and then thinks it ends up being this plot to like the terrorist plot thing, and it becomes this whole big thing about people coming after them, and it's like one of these total nightmare situations about these guys that were just trying to make this movie and just wrote this script for this cheesy action movie, but it ends up getting seen the wrong way, and they end up in this nightmare situation, stuff like that. It's a very, very fun movie. The other one here is from Gravitas Ventures as well. This is one here called The Sound of Violence, and this is about a woman who had she had like a hearing. I can't remember. She basically has like something had happened and she lost her hearing, and her hearing had come back, and she had like this traumatic situation that she was through. But basically, though, she becomes like obsessed with sounds, and she hears sounds in a different kind of way, and she hears sounds in like violence and stuff like that. So she starts like doing these violent things to try and get these sounds and to try and capture these sounds, and it's like some crazy things that go on. It keeps on going, getting worse and worse and worse for the things that she's doing and messing around with to get these sounds. There's some really creepy visuals and stuff like that in this one here as well. The other one here from Gravitas Ventures as well is one called Funny Face. And this is basically, though, about a guy getting revenge because something had happened to his grandparents' home. It was kind of like this break-in that happened, and basically he goes and wants to get revenge on what had happened to his grandparents' house. So he starts putting on this mask, and he kind of goes and it becomes sort of like a vigilante kind of character with this. But it's one of those sort of things where it gets, he kind of falls into this where he did it for the right reasons, for his grandparents and everything, but then he becomes sort of obsessed with this and what he's doing and everything like that, and it becomes sort of takes over his life, and not a good thing with what he's done. The other ones here, these ones are all from Mill Creek, and there's some really cool releases here to let you guys know that are available. This one here is the Ultraman Ultra Mangiano. I don't know how to say this for sure, to be honest, but this is the newest, this is Series 7 here of Ultraman, and they always have these in these really cool Steelbook releases in here, and also has a booklet. Like it has the episode guide about all the episodes in here. And it also shows you as well, which is cool. They show like the actual creatures that Ultraman fights, like the actual creatures in the episodes, as well as the monsters, like a guide of the monsters. So that's really cool the way they lay these out. But here's a look though inside at the discs and everything. It also includes a digital copy from Movie Spree, which is Mill Creek's streaming service that you guys can watch it as well on. So that's included as well with this release. The other one here from Mill Creek, and this is one that I want you guys know is available. And this is a John Wayne movie here called Hellfighters. This is the Blu-ray here of Hellfighters, and this one here from Mill Creek as well. This is one. I remember watching this in theaters and how much I like this movie. It's a very fun MacGyver parody film. And they've been talking for years too about trying to make a sequel to this. And I feel like it's come up a million times it was going to happen, and it never has. And this is from originally, I can't remember if this was 2010, so it's now been 11 years. So hopefully someday we get the sequel to this. And this is MacGruber here, the Blu-ray of MacGruber, which, like I said, is a parody of MacGyver. But it's a really fun, really wacky, film. And the character, too, I believe MacGruber actually came from SNL. I believe so. I think there was like... Lauren Michaels. So yeah, the character, I think some people even forgot that. I almost kind of did till now that MacGruber actually started on SNL as like these little quick skits that they would do on here. But this is a very fun movie. If you guys have never seen this one though, definitely one you guys have got to watch. And the next ones I got here are both from Mondo Macabro, and these are ones I just let you guys know are available. This is one here called Hunting Ground. And this one has on here, though, the original Spanish audio choices as well as the English language version as well. And this has the brand new 4K transfer from the original film negative, fully uncut 50-minute interview with the director on here. It has choice of English and Spanish audio options on here as well. It also includes Mondo Macabro previews. The other one here from Mondo Macabro, I have to cover this up so no one says anything, but it's a Paul Naschy film here called The Howl of the Devil. This is one of the later Paul Naschy ones. This was from 1988 on here, and this one also stars Howard Vernon. This one has on here the brand new 4K transfer from the original camera negative, interview on here with Sergio Milano, audio commentary from the Naschy cast on here, making a featurette on this one here as well. Like I said, just want you guys know that these ones were both available from Mondo Macabro. And the other ones here are ones I want you guys know are available. And these are both from Twilight Time. So I'm really glad that Twilight Time is back again. I think these are the third and fourth of their releases since they've returned. And there's two different ones here to let you guys know that were available. This is one here called 7 Deaths in the Cat's Eyes, as well as Messalina here. I believe that's how you say that, Messalina. And then on the 7 Deaths, that one has a commentary by film historians Troy Horwath, as well as a optional English and Italian theatrical trailers on this one. And then on this one here, I don't believe this one has any features on this one, but it has the English and English and Italian audio options, and this one also has the English and Italian audio options here as well. And inside of here too, it has a booklet. Here's a look to inside at the discs, but it has a booklet in here with some stuff about the production, all that kind of stuff here, you know, as well. And then here's a look though at the booklet for the other one here. And I don't know how to say this one for sure. Messalina. I feel like I'm saying it totally wrong, but here's the booklet for Messalina here as well. The next ones here are both from MVD, and this is one I let you guys know is available. This is one called Mackintosh and TJ. This is a new 4K restoration. This is a movie which stars Roy Rogers, and this, like I said, this is called Mackintosh and TJ. And this one has on here though Lone Pine cast reunion with Clay O'Brien, Andrew Robinson, and Larry Mayhem. It has an interview on here with Billy Green Bush, theatrical trailers, audio commentary track on here, as well as on-set footage. And the other one here from MVD, and this is the musical, the stage musical, because this was based on the film from a number of years back, and this is the stage version of it, which has you know, music and lyrics by Cyndi Lauper, and this is Kinky Boots. This is the stage play version of that one. Like, I remember the movie too. I think the movie was like 2006 or something like that. I can't remember for sure, but I remember like seeing that one and really liking the movie when that came out originally. But this is, like I said, the stage play version of Kinky Boots. The next one here is one to let you guys know is available as well, and this is from Cult Epics. And this is a movie here called The Cool Lakes of Death here. And this is, like I said, just one that I want you guys know is available. And this one has on here the brand new 4K HD transfer from the original 35mm negative. It has a Polygon Journal newsreel from 1982, poster and photo gallery, as well as theatrical trailers. And the last ones here, let you guys know are available, are both from Eureka Entertainment. Now, keep in mind, though, these ones are both Region B locked, so you guys would have to have an all-region player to play these. And this is one here called, this is 2 films by John Ford. This has Hellbent and Straight Shooting here. It's a double feature on here, and this has both films presented in 1080p from 4K restorations on here by Universal Pictures. It has a Straight Shooting score by Michael Gallant, Hellbent score by Zachary Marsh, commentary track on Straight Shooting, Hellbent commentary track as well, Kim Newman on Harry Carey, a brand new interview by film critic and author Kim Newman, archival audio interview from 1972 with John Ford and Joseph McBride, a short fragment of the lost film Hitchens on here as well. And I'll show you guys, though, a look inside here as well at the booklet. Here's both the discs in here, and here's the booklet in here, which has some stuff about the production, the cast, all that kind of stuff as well. And then the last one here, and this is a multi-film set here as well, and this has a handful of movies. This is Karloff at Columbia here. This is a collection of Boris Karloff you know, films, and this has 6 different films. So this has in here The Black Room, The Man Who Could Not Hang, The Man with 9 Lives, Before I Hang, The Devil Commands, The Boogeyman Will Get You on here, you know, as well. And I'll show you guys, though, a look inside at the discs and everything. And it's a 2-disc set here, and there's a booklet in here with some stuff about the films, the productions, all that kind of stuff as well. And then feature-wise, see some of the features on here. It has brand new commentary tracks on here on the films. It has let's see, extensive still galleries for each films, selection of radio excerpts featuring Boris Karloff on here as well. So that's always cool when they have like the radio ads and stuff like that back in the day. But really, really cool releases here. But anyway, though, guys, I know there's a ton of stuff in this video. Thanks again, guys, for watching, subscribing. And like I would say, if you guys enjoy these videos, definitely give this video a thumbs up. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you guys later.